Good evening, everyone. Hi, this is Sandeepan from Click Academy of Digital Art. We came today for a live session of for Unreal Engine. So our mentor is with us, Mr. Habibul Islam. So our another mentor, Anirudh Chang, he is also with us. So Anirudh Chang, can you just describe a little bit about the Click Academy of Digital?
Yeah.
Then after that, we'll jump to our Unreal Engine mentor, Habib. Then we will start the live class or the demonstration.
Right. Yeah. Hi everyone. I'm Anil Chang, the Click mentor for Click Academy. So today we have assembled, as Sandeepan told, it's a live class for Unreal Engine. So Mr. Habibul Islam will be taking the session. मैं इससे पहले थोड़ा बहुत इसके बारे में आपका जो क्लिक एकेडमी है उसके बारे में बता देता हूँ. तो क्लिक एकेडमी एक इंस्टीट्यूशन है जो कि एनिमेशन एंड मल्टीमीडिया, गेमिंग, वीएफएक्स ये सब के बारे में आपको लेसन्स क्लासेस देते हैं. और इसमें आपको गवर्नमेंट सर्टिफाइड कोर्सेस अवेलेबल है जिससे आपको कोई भी अगर इस मल्टीमीडिया इंडस्ट्री में अपना करियर बनाना चाहते हैं तो उसके लिए इट्स अ मार्वेलस अपॉर्चुनिटी टू गेट educated from this Click Academy. So we don't understand English. अच्छा, तो Click Academy एक इंस्टीट्यूशन है, बेसिकली स्कूल है जहाँ पे आप
Yes, please continue.
या जहाँ पे आपको बेसिकली मल्टीमीडिया कोर्सेज, एनिमेशन, गेमिंग रिलेटेड कोर्सेज आपको सिखाया जाता है with professionals who are presently working in this industry. So this is different from any other institution because in any institution you won't get lessons from industry professionals. Okay, so Click is the first academy here in India who gets you teach from the industry professionals. So आपको अगर क्लिक के बारे में और कुछ इंफॉर्मेशन चाहिए डिटेल में, यू कैन गो टू द वेबसाइट, यू कैन चेक एवरीथिंग इन द साइट फॉर क्लिक एकेडमी. सो यस संदीपन,
Thank you, Anirudh, for a quick brief for Click Academy of Digital Art. तो हम लोग अभी अपना हमारा डेमोन्स्ट्रेशन स्टार्ट कर रहे हैं for Unreal Engine. So our mentor Habibul Islam is with us. Habibul, hi.
Hi Sandeepan, hello.
Hi. So just we are already half an hour late. I am extremely sorry for this to our mentors and as well as the participants. So yes, Anirudh, just sorry, Habib, can you just start the demonstration of Unreal Engine so that we get a good idea that what is this software for and उसका कैसा benefit होता है and हम लोग को कैसे थोड़ा समझ में आएगा नहीं.
First, I'll continue how to get the software, how to install the software and other softwares as well. So
Habib, just a minute. Sorry, I'm interrupting you. So there is a language problem is always available in this kind of conversation because Hindi, English, and Bengali, all three language, or maybe more than that language, people are with us every time. So we are trying to talk in Hindi and English all together. Let's see. I mean, we are trying our best, to pass on you the information. But yeah, I mean, as long as we are trying to serve you better, you also have to understand us a little bit. I mean, you also have to sacrifice a little bit. But we are trying to cover this conversation in Hindi and English only.
So first, to get the Unreal software, you need to download one launcher, that is Epic Game Launcher. Because Unreal software is Epic Game. They own the Unreal Engine. Okay. So here you can see one Epic Game Launcher that you need to. You can go to you can go to Google and search for Epic Game Launcher. Directly you get the launcher. Then you can download the launcher, and from that launcher you can install Unreal Engine. This is actually you need to install Unreal Engine. Yes, and then to open the Unreal Engine, just open Epic Game Launcher, then launch Unreal Engine. Here you can see the launch button. So launch Unreal. I'm using Unreal 4.26. That is the latest one available now. So I'm using that only. So launch Unreal Engine. Let that launch. Yeah, by that time. So this is the BG we're gonna show you today. You can see I did the camera animation. This is the final output with camera animation and all the lighting compositing together. I've just taken the output. This is not a compositing software output. I didn't do any post compositing in any other compositing software. This is just the Unreal Engine output. Okay. So I have 3 time of the day. This is afternoon. That was day, and so you can see this is the output we are going to see today. How to create this output. And this is the night version of the same BG, same camera angle. It might be looking little darker in mobile, but in computer the color is perfect actually. And apart from this will be yes, this is the another BG I'll be showing you. You can see the whole camera animation and the tree animation. So we'll be taking this BG first, and we'll put some more element on this BG from Maya, and how to integrate Maya in Maya objects in Unreal Engine. I'll be showing you that also. So first we'll start with this BG, then we'll move to the other one, the mushroom BG. Okay, and the other software with Unreal Engine I'll be showing you, that is Quixel. That is Quixel Bridge, how to get the Megascan asset directly to Unreal Engine or any other software. Then I'll be showing you a little bit of Quixel Mixer as well. How to mix 2-3 texture from Megascan or your own texture in Quixel Mixer to get your own texture. And speed tree, actually in this output you can see there are a lot of trees, animated trees. These are not downloaded from internet. These are all created in software. You can see the whole animation and the whole tree. The whole forest actually it's created in speed tree. Not the ground elements, just the whole big trees. Everything is created in the speed tree software. So first I'll be showing you a little bit of speed tree, then Quixel Bridge.
Okay, so Habib, there is in between questions. I'm just answering it very quickly. So, is this a free for always or only for one day? So the software is free for everyone, but the course is not. So yeah, we came for the introduction for everyone so that everyone can aware of this software, Unreal Engine, and we will teach you for a day. As of now, we have a plan for one day only. Let's see, we may have a couple of more session in coming days. Let's see, let us plan, and it depends on the response. So as of now, this is only one day we are doing it, but yeah, hopefully, and we have a advanced course for the Unreal Engine for our in our institute, so that whoever is interested, he can join with us for all the details. Habib, please continue.
Thank you. Okay, so as you can see, this is the speed tree software to create trees, animated trees for any software. After creating the tree, you can take it to Maya, you can take it to Blender, you can take it to Max, you can take it to Unreal Engine as well. And with Unreal Engine, you can take the tree animation as also. Okay. This is I'm just showing to. This is I'm just showing how I'm created this here. All the trees and the animation. Okay. So obviously this is also a very big software. You can do a lot of things. Whatever tree you see in real world, you can create with this software. This is a new software, and with Unreal Engine, it's very easy to use. So while opening, there are a lot of pre-made trees. You can open that. So you can see this is the flow of tree. Right side, you can see this is the flow. This is a node base of node base, and this is like new. If anybody is habituated with new, they will understand how the softwares work. Okay, so this is the trunk. This is the branch. This is the leaves. So I'll be showing one how to create one new tree. So we'll take one blank page. Then you can see right side there is one button add. With this add button, you can create the trunk first, then the branch, then the little branch, then the leaves. And with the trunk, you can add roots as well. Okay. So first, you can take a trunk. You can see in the viewport. We got one trunk, and this is the trunk node. And the left side, you can see left side window. We have all the settings for this trunk. Okay. We have all the setting. This is the length. This is the rotation value, and lot of other setting also is there. This is the radius of the trunk. So like that, you can modify a lot. I'm not showing everything. This is just a brief of how I created the trees. So after the trunk is finalized, you can go to add, then take a branch. Then you'll get a lot of branches on the trunk. And you can go back to the trunk always and change. And according to the trunk adjustment, the branch will react like this. Okay, on top of that big branches, you can take one small little branches, and on top of that, you can add leaves. Okay. So this is how I created all these trees. This is how I created all the trees. Okay. Obviously, you need to spend a lot more time to get exactly this kind of tree. This is just a basic trees, and after that, there is material option, there is animation option, there is lighting option. Everything is there. You can assign any texture or your own texture or some pre-made textures also available. You can assign those as well. And to get it in Maya or any other software, just go to export. You'll get directly one export to Unreal Engine, or you can export to any as FBX and take it to any other 3D software as well, like in Maya Max or any Blender, any software you can take it. So this is the best way to create trees in today's time. In all the movies, they are using this software only. Yes, there are more softwares to create trees, but by far this is the best software to create trees and take it to the Unreal Engine in one click. You can see there is one button export to Unreal Engine 4. So if you open Unreal Engine and click on this export, directly it will go to Unreal Engine. Yeah, so this is how I created the trees. Okay. And then Quixel Bridge. Yes, it's open. Yeah, so Quixel Bridge, this is actually Megascan. Here you'll get a lot of 3D assets, which is completely free if you log in through Unreal Engine. Lot of 3D assets you can see. These are pre-made, so you can take it to Unreal Engine and create your own scene. There are a lot of 3D plants which you can take directly to Unreal Engine. Just select and export to Unreal Engine. First, you need to download, obviously. Then, from here directly you can export to Unreal Engine. That I'll show later on. Then we have all the textures as well, surfaces. And with all the surfaces, you have 2K texture, you have 4K texture as well. Yes, this is the login. You need to use Epic logins so that you'll get all the things free. Otherwise, you'll get only this free 50. If you do not log in, you'll get only this much asset. if you log in with Epic Games, you'll get 14,000 assets. That is completely free to use with Unreal Engine or any other 3D software. Directly from here, you can export to any software. This is the export setting, export target. If you can see here, this is the Unreal Engine, this is 3D Max, Maya, Unity, Blender, Houdini, Cinema 4D, then another software as well. So all the 3D software, all the famous 3D software is available to export from here. So this is actually all the textures are photo scan. This is not a hand painted texture. So if you want to create any realistic output, you can use this as it. Obviously, if you want any custom that you need to create in any 3D software or Unreal Engine also you can create. So this BG I have already created. This is everything using Megascan asset and SpeedTree asset. The ground I have created in Maya and the other things I have created with Unreal Engine, Megascan and SpeedTree. Okay, so this is the software Megascan assets. From here you can directly export to any software, like I said. So now I'll go to Unreal Engine and open that first scene. Okay, so I've already opened the scene. Just open the file. Sandeepan, do you have any question?
Yeah, a good amount of question is there that sir, give me the software link in comment box. So the process we are showing, right? So just watch it properly, and the end of the session ask this question to us again. And if you are not getting it, just go to the internet, please. I mean, you also have to research a little bit, yeah, right? I mean,
Go to Google, search Unreal Engine, how to download Unreal Engine. This
yeah.
I think you can do.
I mean, every time spoon feeding is not good for you also. So
Unreal Engine, you'll directly get to the website. Okay, this is very easy. If you are in 3D, working in a 3D industry, this is very easy. And all the softwares are free to install. Directly you can install through the website only. There is no crack, nothing. All the software are free. You just need to create one Epic Games login and log in through that. This Pixel Mixer, Pixel Bridge, Megascan, Unreal Engine, everything you just use one same login so that everything will get free. And all the softwares are free for lifetime. You no need to pay anything. Just go to their website and download. It's very easy.
So we have another question, Habib. So people say that Unreal Engine is way harder than Unity.
No, I don't think so actually. Sandeepan, I have worked in Unity also. I have some output created in Unity as well and in Unreal Engine as well. I've worked in both software actually. So it's bigger. If you compare both software, Unreal Engine is better for PC gaming. Unity is better for mobile gaming, creating mobile apps. Unity is better for mobile apps. Unreal Engine is better for PC gaming. Okay, that is the main difference, but it depends on user based. If you are working in Unreal Engine, obviously it will be more preferable for you, and if you are working in Unity, it will be more preferable to you. Like in 2D, some people use Illustrator, some people use Photoshop. Both software you can do lot of things, but it's depends on the preference.
Yes, that depends maybe on the project reference or project preference. And
one thing let's say that with Megascan, Unreal Engine, and direct link with Megascan, you can directly work with any Megascan asset. So you no need to create anything. Suppose if you want to use Megascan asset only and want to create a game by yourself, that you can do.
perfect. So he has another question as well, that what major game development studios prefer to develop their games? I mean, Unity or the Unreal?
Yes, yes. See, most of the mobile games are made in Unity only. But if you see games like PUBG, that is made in Unreal Engine only. And the recent game that Cyberverse 2050, I think, Cyberverse, that game also made in Unreal Engine. So yes, there are a lot of games made with Unity. There are a lot of them made with Unreal Engine. But since I have worked in both the game engines, I like Unreal better.
Okay, please continue, please. Habib.
Yeah, see Sanjeevan, this is the BG I've created. You can see the whole tree animation inside the Unreal Engine. And if you see, this is the final output with the trees playing, with all the wind animation and everything. So yeah, if you can see this kind of final output in the viewport itself, it's far better than the procedural 3D software like Max and Maya. No need to wait for any render or anything. Directly here you can change the light, change any setting, change the object placement. All together you can work in modeling, texturing, lighting, compositing, everything, animation, you can work together in the viewport itself. Okay, so all the department work you can do together. There is no need to wait for other department to pass you the file. Then wait for render, wait for compositing done, editing. In this software, you can do editing also. You can add lot of camera together, lot of animation together with the same BG, with different BG, and we can do editing. We can put sound as well. So this is complete 3D software. If you use this software, there is no need to use any other 3D software. If you want to create any game completely out of this software, you can do. If you want to do any sequence render, movie sequence render directly in this software, you can do. There are a lot of options available, and day by day it's increasing, day by day it's updating.
Right. Habib, there is a question that what is the, I mean, the system requirement is for this
Yes,
PC?
yes, yes. Later on, I'll be showing my system configuration and I'll be telling that.
I think for system configuration is better if anybody has this question, just directly call to Click Academy. They will
No,
guide
no,
you.
no, no, no. That is for the generic system requirement. I
Okay.
am talking about the Unreal Engine. Then what kind of?
Particularly.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, yeah. What is?
See, Unreal Engine, there is types of lighting. One is with stress on, one is with red stress off. This is what I'm doing with red stress off. There is no red tracing happening with the whole sound. Okay, suppose you want to be red tracing, off shadow, uh, objects, that kind of thing. If you want, then you need to switch on red trace. And to switch on the red trace, you need one RTX graphics card. That is the main requirement. Obviously, system processor and the RAM and hard disk, everything depends. But the main thing is RTX graphics card if you want to use a ray trace in Unreal Engine. So this BG, see, this is already created. I'll just delete the whole thing and show you how I painted this tree. Actually, here you can see in this window, this is the browsing window. If you see, we have all the textures, all the assets present here. So I'll just so this is all the trees I've taken out from Unreal Engine. Sorry, taken out from SweetTree. You can see I've created a lot of variation of every trees. So this is all the trees which is using in the final scene. There are a lot of variation. You see, there are some small trees, there are some big trees as well, and there are some Megascan assets. If you see, There are some Megascan asset. This is some small object. You see, these are some little grasses. These are more grass. So all these objects are taken from Megascan directly into the Unreal Engine, and with using these assets, I've created the whole BG. You can see there are lot of elements, lot of small elements are there. This is one kind of grass. This is the variation of that same grass. This is the shader. Sorry, this is the shader for the grass. This is some other shader. So in this browsing window, you can see everything is there. All the Megascan asset, all the SpeedTree asset, and all the surfaces. These are the shaders. So everything is taken from Unreal Engine, Megascan. But now I'll be showing you something with Maya. How to create one model in Maya and take that to in Unreal Engine and do the shading in Unreal Engine. Okay. So for that I'll be opening opening the Maya. 8 GB RAM is perfect for this software. I think 8 GB RAM it will work, but if you want to do this kind of complex BG, the 8 GB RAM is not enough. I have 32 GB RAM, and sometimes that is also not enough. So yes, 8 GB RAM is minimum, but it's not enough. Is tree modeler is free? Yes, SpeedTree is free.
Yeah, Habib, we have couple of questions actually. So yeah, the he's talking about, I think Kaushik is talking about the SpeedTree thing, right? You know, as I can understand.
Yes. SpeedTree is free. You can download, but I think yeah, some download links are there. You can check out, and it's free.
Yes, perfect. So Bijoy Ahmed, he's asking for a substance demo. So okay, let us arrange a substance demo in coming days. So you will get the information through our social media. So
Actually, Sandeepan, I am going to show one similar software, that is Pixel Mixer. It's not as famous as Substance Painter, but with Megascan asset, it will work.
yeah, that is a different thing. But if you ask for a substance demo, but yeah, whenever we will arrange it, you will get the notification from our social media, and just please be with us for that. So there is a, so I'm taking another question, Habib, if you just permit me a little bit of time. So Saurabh there is asking that, sir, what is the difference between concept DMP artist and environment artist? So there is a lot of difference between these three, and there is a lot of similar things also about these three. So we are talking about Unreal Engine today, Saurav. Thanks for your question. So just kind of contact with our Click Academy. I will just go to our website. You will get our number. Just contact with them. They will give you a proper explanation about these three department and three artists, the difference and the similarities all together. Because we want to keep talking about the Unreal Engine today. Thank you, Saurabh. Thanks for your question.
Lot of things to show actually.
Yes, exactly.
So it's better the software things are related to this software or this industry only, or gaming, anything. Yes, so Sandeepan, see, this was already pre-made one BG which I created some days back, which is this one. But with this one, I'll create some blank space in this BG. In the BG, in the middle portion, I'll create some blank space, and I'll put this object there, and I'll do some shading and we'll do some lighting on that. Okay. So this is just very basic thing. very basic model. There is everything is, if you do separate, see, everything is just a box. Just I've taken some box and scaled that. I've scaled that and just arranged to one platform. This is same. This is same box. I didn't do any other thing. This is the same simple some boxes. Okay, but make sure to take it to, before taking it to Unreal Engine, make sure to unwrap it well. Otherwise, it won't work in Unreal Engine. Like unwrap thing, you can do a, this is simple object, that's why I did the automatic mapping. Just select the object, go to automatic mapping. So it will create one default UV. Yes, this kind of UV it will work. There is no overlapping happening. But if you are using any complex object, that you need to do proper UV. Like if you do any character or any complex object, for that you need to do proper UV. And for any character, you can do the texturing in any 3D software. Any texturing software like in Photoshop or Substance Painter. Okay. But here in Maya, I did not add any texture or shader. That I'm gonna do it in Unreal Engine only. I just created the model, did a proper UV, okay, and just export selection to FBX format. Okay, to take it to Unreal Engine, just export it to FBX format, which I already did. You can see this FBX, this is the base mesh. So this is the FBX exported FBX, okay. And to take it to Unreal Engine, go to the content browser. This is kind of outliner. This is kind of outliner like we have in Maya, in Max. This is kind of outliner. So here you can create one folder or you can put it to any other folder as well. So I'm creating one new folder that is called base mesh. Okay, and inside that folder you can directly drag and drop that mesh. You can directly drag and drop that mesh here. It will ask for some setting, just import all. No need to change any setting. Okay. Ignore this. Then you'll get both the object in Unreal Engine. This is without texture. We're going to put the texture in Unreal Engine only. So you can see the two objects separately. This is one object. This is the pillars, and this is the base. This is the base mesh. Okay. So with this object, now it's added to outliner. We'll add this to viewport. Okay. Still, it's not added in the viewport. It's just added to the folder. And if you see this folder, open location, show in Explorer. Yes. Oh, it's taken from here only. Okay. So it's directly getting linked from this folder only. Then I'll show you the process how I've created the trees. Then I'll create one blank spot in this forest, and I will put this both the object on that area. Okay. For now, I will keep it here only. So here you can see one foliage mode. Using that foliage modes, I painted all the trees in that BG. This is the best part of Unreal. No need to take all the assets separately and put it manually on the BG. Do the translate, do the rotation, do the scaling manually. It's not like Maya. Directly you can take all the take some objects and directly you can select the objects and paint. Like in Photoshop brush, you can paint those objects directly into the viewport. Like how, like that only I have created all these trees in the viewport. So like that same only, suppose I'll create one blank space. So I'll select all the trees first. Then I'll go to erase. With this erase option, you'll get one brush here. See, I'm getting one brush in the viewport. I'm getting one brush in the viewport. So with this brush, you can change the size. If you want to paint anything, you can just click and it will paint on the ground itself. The placement will be proper. Everything will be proper. You will get the animation. Everything will be proper. So this is the way of painting any objects. Okay. Everything is selected. So wherever I click, it will paint all the objects into the viewport. All this selected object, it will paint into the viewport. And if you want to erase anything, just go to erase. It's like Photoshop only, paintbrush. Okay. So if you want to erase any area, select all the object which is present in the viewport, then directly go to erase. So this is the best part of Unreal. In Unity also this option is there, but I like the Unreal option better. So directly you can go and erase everything which is already there. Okay. So I've created some blank space in this area. Then later on, I'll add some more small trees on this on the side of the platform. Okay. So I've created the blank space. Then I'll add this both the platform here. Go to select mode. Okay. So this is just a basic Lambert shader. There is no shader assigned to it yet. This is just a basic Lambert shader. I'll select both the object. I'll place the object. Then you can see there is some little gap coming. So to fill the gap, I'll adjust the ground. And this ground is created with landscape. So here you can see I've showed you the foliage mode. Now I'll show you the landscape mode. Using the landscape mode also you'll get one brush. But with that brush, you can directly paint the ground geometry. Okay, so this is the brush. So if you want any undulation on the BG, directly you can paint. And if you want minus, then just press shift and paint. So this is how I've created all the undulation in the BG. This was just a plain mesh from Maya, and all the undulation I've created in Unreal Engine. So we'll go back, then we'll fix this area. We'll take the tool strength to minimum value. Then we'll reduce the brush size. With shortcut, you can change the brush size as well and the brush strength as well. Okay. So I'm taking a little brush, then adjusting the sides. This is still too much value. So with shift, you can invert the paint. Okay. So this is very useful tool in Unreal Engine. You can do a lot of things using this tool. This is like painting your own environment, painting your own sketch. And this is the fun part. You can do a lot of things using this tool. Okay, so now it's set to the ground. Okay, then we'll assign some shader on this object. From landscape mode to select mode. Then I've already taken some shader. As you can see in surface mode, this is the shader I'm going to assign to this object. To assign the shaders, directly go to shader, drag and drop to that object. It will directly assign. Here also I'll assign the shader, same shader. So assigning shader is very easy. Just select the shader, drag and drop to the object. Any shader you can assign to any object like this. Okay, this is very easy to assign. So I'll be using this wood texture for both the platform. Then I'll go to the shader option. If you double click on the shader, it will open the shader option. Then here you will get all the settings. Okay, I think tiling is not working. Leave it. Then this is the base color. You can see the texture is changing instantly. You can put any other base color on top of that object. This is the specular setting. All the setting, roughness setting, normal setting, everything is there. This is the normal setting. You can see the object details are changing. This is the normal setting. And directly that you can see in the viewport as well. So I want little bit more information, bump information. So I've added this much normal strength. Okay. Then we'll get to final camera view. We'll take this camera out. If anybody is not understanding anything, you guys can ask any question.
No question till now. There is only one question, Habib, that what is UBIN and how does it work? So this is a part of a 3D basic learning thing, this is a very,
This is the basic part of texture.
yeah, this is a basic process to do to doing modeling and texturing, surfacing. So this is the in-between process.
Your object is much. If your object is not complex, you directly go for automatic that will put your projection from 6 sides. So whatever objects you have, directly it will come as this UV. So this is for very basic objects. If you have any complex object, there is a very long process to do that. Yeah, so basically UV is taking the 3D object into 2D space to do texture.
Yes, Abhay, exactly. But this is a, I mean, this is for this you need to learn what how the 3D thing is working, all the softwares and all.
Class, I think we already had one class on texturing, right?
Yes, we have on our social media about the texturing, surfacing, and this UV thing. Just search to this in our social media pages. You will find it. Just have a look on that. Continue, Habib.
So Sandeep, till now we have created one blank space and we have added the 3D object taken from Maya. Then we're gonna change the camera, then we'll change the lighting. We'll create this scene as night lighting. And then in this blank area, we'll put some grasses, flowers as well. Okay. So Sandeep, you got that painting part, right? How to paint.
Yeah. Till now, this is clear. So just you please continue.
That is very easy.
Yeah.
The most.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes. That option will be showing you more also. Actually. Okay, so now I'll change the camera to this area. Now the camera is focusing something else. We'll go to cinematics, sequencer. You can see this is our camera. The light source animation will can remove. So you can see this is our camera animation, as you can see. But we don't need any camera animation. For now, we'll be doing single frame only. So we'll delete the camera animation and we'll select the camera. We'll select the camera. Camera. This is our camera. This is like real-time camera, and it has all the real-time option only, like in movie camera. Yeah. So you can see I'm setting the camera for this object only. Obviously, the background will be there, but we'll be completely focusing on this object. And on top of this, we'll do some lighting adjustment on to focus the object more clearly. So you put one camera so that you can see the object clearly. This camera thing you can do to your own choice. You can set up everything on your own. There is no rule actually, but I'm just doing on my own. I don't know how the output is gonna look finally. I did not work on this, so first time this is how I'm doing. Okay, so suppose this is my final camera. I can rotate the object a little bit. This is good. Okay, so now I'm set with the camera. I'll adjust some lights. So left side you can see there are a lot of lights like in Maya or any other 3D software, lighting software. So you can see direction light, you can see point light, then we have spotlight, then a rectangle light that is same as area light in Maya, and we have skylight, dome light. So we have all the lights option here available. To create the light, just take the light and put it on the viewport. So you can see the lights. And if you rotate the light directly, you can see the output is changing in the viewport itself. Okay. So this is the best part of using game engine as lighting. In lighting, directly you can see whatever you're doing in the viewport. Directly you can see the output. No need to wait for render and see it in compositing. Everything is proper or not. If everything is not proper, then just fix that and re-render. It's very time taking. With game engine software in Unreal or Unity, directly you can do that in viewport only. And you can create this kind of final output in viewport only. Okay, so I already have some lights. We'll adjust this light only. I've taken the skylight, this skylight and the direction light I've taken for this scene. Later on I'll be taking one point light or spotlight also. That is depending, but for now we'll be adjusting the output. Here you can see the output. We'll be adjusting the output now. So first we'll switch off the lights. Skylight. Guys, if you have any question regarding the process, please ask. I'm free to answer any question.
So Prasanna is saying that SpeedTree software says that it is paid.
See, if you use Photoshop also, it is paid. If you use Maya also, it is paid. Any 3D software, it is paid only. It's not free like Unreal Engine. Unreal Engine is open source. Blender is open source. This SpeedTree is not open source, but yes, for the student purpose or uncommercial purpose, you can use the software. Can I use one or more camera? Yes. You can have multiple camera, multiple lighting in one scene. Everything is possible. If you go deeply in Unreal Engine, there are a lot of things you can do.
So Habib, in the same time, I need to add one more thing that this is just a very basic thing we are showing today, right, Habib? For the advanced, we have the courses, advanced courses for the Unreal for from Click Academy of Digital Art.
Basic BG with just Megascan asset. And later on, I'll be showing one BG that has the final shading, final lighting, final framing, final camera, final animation, which I already showed. I'll be showing everyone that BG also, how I did everything. Obviously, there I cannot create anything, will not be having that much time to create, and obviously that took me 1 day, 2 days to create the whole output. But
Mhm.
I'll be giving one briefing of how that final output is looking. This is just a very basic lighting now I'm doing.
Yes, yes, correct. No, I was saying that we have the available courses for this in
Yes,
Unreal.
yes, 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 yes. We have one basic course, we have one advanced course. Basic course is 8 to 10 months. Advanced course is 1 year, 2 months to 12 months to 15 months. Depends on the student. There is no particular time, but obviously it will, for the advanced course it will take 1 year.
Okay.
Okay. So for now I've just set one basic camera angle. This camera I can fill it. Then we'll switch on the light again. So this scene we're gonna do it in previously it was evening kind of light. Now we're gonna do it to night kind of light. So for the night we'll put night color. So directly you can see the final output in the viewport itself.
Actually, Habib, good to see a real-time output,
Yes,
that is
so this,
always
this is I'm doing the lighting. Whenever I'm doing the compositing now with motion blur, with defocus, with bloom, everything glow, that looks very good actually. And see, Sandeepan, there is one good option. We have digital camera, we have DSLR camera, we have
a-
8 mm camera, we have 16 mm camera, we
Mhm.
have Max camera, all the cameras whichever available in real time, that is available in Unreal Engine. So you just select the camera and do the other setting. Right now I'm using one custom camera,
Mhm.
but there are a lot of options you can do. You can do micro photo, micro kind of thing. There is uh, focal length option, there is deep option, focus setting option, aperture option, everything, whatever is available in that DSLR camera, all the options are available in this camera. This is actually real-time camera. Everything is based on real-time only. So the focus setting manual, and you can select one object and uh, uh, suppose if I move the camera, the focus will be there only. The focus tracking also you can do. So this is the focus method. Now it's manual. We'll set it to tracking. Then we'll select this object. This is base pillar 2. We'll select the camera. This base pillar 2 will base pillar 2. Then current aperture.